Today we are going to see a very important technique in immunology called as hybridoma technology. Hybridoma technology is the technology for the production of monoclonal antibodies. This technology was developed by two scientists called as Kohler and Milstein, and they have been rewarded with the Nobel Prize also. This technology, which produces monoclonal antibody, which is a landmark technique in the field of immunology as well as molecular biology. And what is monoclonal antibody? Monoclonal antibody is the antibody produced by a single clone of B lymphocytes. We all know that antibody producing B lymphocytes are called as plasma cells. So a single clone of B lymphocyte is producing this antibody. That is why it is called as monoclonal antibody. We also have polyclonal antibody. Polyclonal antibody means antibody produced by different clone of B cells. So that is the difference between monoclonal as well as polyclonal antibodies. So this hybridoma technology is the fusion of two cells. One is an antibody producing B lymphocyte and a cancerous B lymphocyte. We call it as the myeloma cell. So that resultant cell only we call it as the hybridoma. Let's see what are the steps involved in the production of this monoclonal antibody. There are 6 steps. The first one is immunization. The second one is isolation of lymphocytes. Third one is preparation of myeloma cells. Fourth one is fusion. Fifth one is hat selection. And the sixth one is propagation and mass production. I repeat, the first step is the immunization. Second step is the isolation of B lymphocytes. Third step is the preparation of myeloma cells. Fourth step is the fusion. Fifth step is the hat selection. And the sixth step is the propagation and mass production of monoclonal antibodies. Now let's see one by one. The first step, this step we call it as the immunization. Immunization means we are choosing an antigen and we are going to inject that antigen into the body of a laboratory bred very healthy mice. So this process we call it as the immunization. So we are expecting an antibody for that particular antigen only. So there are the different steps in the process of immunization also. So you have to give 2 to 3 doses of antigen injection. So the antigen has to be mixed with a suitable adjuvant, either it's an Frantz complete or incomplete adjuvant, and this injection has to be given intradermally. Intradermal injection has to be given 2 to 3 times at periodical time intervals. And the last dose of the antigen, that has to be given immediately or prior to the process of euthanization. I'll tell you what is euthanization. And that antigen should not be mixed with the adjuvant, and also that antigen has to be injected directly into the vein. That route should be intravenous route. So this process we call it as the immunization. Immunization, we are choosing an antigen. Then that antigen is injected into the mice. That mice should be a laboratory bred one and should be healthy mice. You have to follow the intradermal route initially. The antigen has to be mixed with suitable adjuvant. The final dose, the antigen alone. We are not adding any adjuvant, and it has to be injected through the intravenous route. So with that, the first step is over. The second step is the isolation of lymphocytes. So that mice which is immunized has to be euthanized. Euthanization means mercy killing. We are going to kill the mice. So that process we call it as the euthanization. After euthanization, we have to dissect out and the spleen has to be removed. The process called as the splenectomy. And from the spleen, we are going to isolate the B lymphocytes which is producing antibody against that particular antigen. So this step we call it as the isolation. That is the second step. I repeat, you have to euthanize the mice, remove the spleen, Then from the spleen we are going to isolate the lymphocytes. So this is the antibody producing B lymphocyte. With that, the second step is also over. The third step is the preparation of the myeloma cell. I already told myeloma is a cancerous B lymphocyte. So that myeloma cell is chosen. The purpose of choosing myeloma cell is because the cancerous cells, we all know, it is immortal. Whereas this B lymphocyte is mortal. That means it is having a limited lifespan. Whereas this immortal cell, it keep on propagating, it keep on multiplying in the culture medium. That is why it is called as immortal. So this myeloma cell is chosen, and it is treated with a chemical called as asaguanine, which makes a defect in the enzyme system called as HGPRT. HGPRT stands for hypoxanthine guanosyl phosphoribosyl transferase. So this particular myeloma cell will lack this enzyme system. That means it will not produce this enzyme. Only this cell is chosen for the fusion. And the fourth step, we call it as the fusion. We are going to fuse the antibody producing B lymphocyte with the myeloma cell which lacks the HGPRT enzyme system. We are adding a fusing agent called as polyethylene glycol. So this facilitates the process of the fusion. So with that, the fourth step is over. And that end product of this fusion is the hybridoma. Hybridoma is the hybrid between the B lymphocyte as well as the myeloma cell. So it is a hybrid cell which possess the property of these two cells. That cell we call it as the hybridoma. The next step, that is the fifth step, we call it as the hatch selection. This is a very important step in the hybridoma technology, because the fusion process, we cannot expect 100% formation of hybridoma. So we will get unfused B lymphocytes, unfused myeloma cells, wrongly fused B lymphocyte, that is B lymphocyte with B lymphocyte, and wrongly fused myeloma cell, that is myeloma cell with a myeloma cell. So these are the probable products or expected product out of this fusion process. That is why we are going to use a technique called as hatch selection. HAT stands for hypoxanthine aminopterin thymidine. So this medium contains this. That is why this HAT selection is an selection process in which it will allow only the growth of the hybridoma cells. Because this aminopterin, it is a powerful inhibitor of the de novo synthesis of the DNA. So all the other cells will die. Similarly, this HGPRT also is an enzyme system which is required for the salvage pathway of the nucleotide synthesis. So only these hybridoma cells is capable of surviving in the HAT medium. So it is capable of synthesizing the nucleotides. The B lymphocyte also cannot synthesize. This HGPRT minus cells also cannot synthesize. That is the significance of the HAT medium. Only it will allow the growth of the hybridoma cells. So with that, the fifth step is over. And the sixth step is the propagation and mass production of monoclonal antibody. There are two methods for the propagation. One is cell culture technique and second one is ascitic method. Cell culture, through the normal cell culture, different types of cell culture are there. Any type of cell culture can be chosen. We can go for the mass production of the monoclonal antibody. The second is ascitic method. So it was the earlier, it was done with this ascitic method only. We have to again inject this hybridoma cell into the ascitic fluid or the peritoneal cavity of the mice, and then the cells will be propagated there. Then from that this monoclonal antibody is harvested. This is also a technique. Earlier it was followed, but now this cell culture technique is predominantly followed for the production or the large scale production of the monoclonal antibody. So these are the 6 steps of hybridoma technology: immunization, isolation of the B lymphocyte, preparation of the myeloma cell, fusion, hat selection, as well as the propagation and large scale production of the monoclonal antibodies.